In this video, I'm going to teach you guys things that FaZe does in his high ground retakes, as well as teach you his high ground retakes at the same time. But I'm going to go over step by step exactly how to practice them because they're really difficult and advanced moves. If you want to have a little fun and experiment with new high ground retakes that are pretty advanced, this is going to be the video for you. 78% of people that watch my YouTube videos are not subscribed to my channel, so if you guys can hit that like button and the sub button for the one time, I would greatly appreciate it. If you guys are not that advanced but you still want to learn these, I'm going to leave links to all the videos that I made about double edits and triple edits and all these things that FaZe uses in his retakes down in the description below. So if you guys are stuck on anything, I'd recommend checking out the description and checking out the titles of the video to see whether or not you need help on that. Obviously, FaZe has a lot of retakes, but I'm going to show you guys the one I'm talking about so we're all on the same page, but I can't play the audio because it is copyrighted, so I'm going to put some other music over it. It's going to be a little bit of a more thought out video, but it's going to have each individual section to the high ground retake labeled above. So we're going to start from 1 and go all the way up to whatever number we finish at. What I'm going to do is go through it very slowly, and then on the second run, I'm going to give more detailed tips and tricks. That way the people who are kind of antsy can get the real quick version, and then the more detailed people can understand how to do it if they get stuck. Starting out, it really doesn't matter how you get into it, as long as you start from the left side. Just do maybe a triple edit or double edit, whatever you feel like doing. And then you just whip these walls around, jump, and then place a cone like this. The next thing we're gonna do is throw walls around here just like this, and then we're gonna jump and do a momentum side jump. So that's gonna look like this. We're gonna go boom, boom, like that. Notice how I placed these walls first. So when I came out of here, I went like this, and then I placed the walls before I did the floor and the stair like this. So I came and I went like that. This is really advanced and might be hard to learn. I'm gonna leave the link down to the side jump video down below in the description. From there, what we want to do is we want to come up like this, place that, and then we want to edit like this, and then come up again. But this time, instead of placing a stair here, we're just gonna place walls, and then look at this wall, and then place a stair on our head, edit through like this, and then we place a stair, and then we place a floor, and then a stair again, catch ourselves. And then this is kind of getting confusing already. What we do is we place another stair, go out 1 on both, and then we do this next move where we come up, and then we walk up a little more, place this cone, and then we're gonna jump out and do one of his other high ground retakes. Like that, and then we go cone, cone, boom, boom, edit 2 tiles like this, place a wall, edit that wall, and then this is one of the hardest moves and the hardest things to learn when you're just starting out, especially with high ground retakes that are really advanced. What you do is you just want to come across like this, and then land on that just like I have right here. From here, you have to do another one, but you need momentum to get the boost to land on the next one. Usually you don't really make the second one. It's possible, but if you notice in Sway's videos, what he does is that when he lands on this second one, he usually just places a flat, and because he's like almost there, just in case he falls, and then continues this way. Because if you get all that way and you get to here and you just fall, you know how disappointing that's going to be. So if you get the first one down, usually you just place a floor on this one. That way you guarantee that you're going to go to the next portion of the high ground retake. Then as we go on, the second we do that jump, we get here. Then we do a protected momentum side jump like this, which is also in the video linked in the description. Then you come here, you jump, and then you turn around, jump again, and then get here, do this, edit through like this. And then this is probably where it gets second most complicated if it hasn't gotten already complicated enough. So what we get is, what we do is we come, yeah, we're all screwed. We come here and then we go another one like this. This is where you have to place the cone first, and then you place a floor and then a stair like that. So what we do is we come here, we go boom, land on this. And then the next step is the hardest part, where we come here, we edit 2 tiles, place that, and then we come here. And it's really important to point out as many tips as possible on this because this is really difficult, but I'm just going to show you guys the whole thing first for the people that are impatient, and then we're going to get into the tips. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump like this, like that, come out, edit from this side, then we're going to get our walls out like this, place that, edit through. Then after we edit through both of those really quickly, we're going to place a floor and a cone, and we're going to do a different variation of this protected side jump. So we're just going to drag our walls out, get underneath our stair, and then edit through. Then you guys have officially gotten through the first transition of the high ground retake. This is mostly what I'm gonna cover. Let's get into the tips. When you're coming off and you're starting out, what you want to do is do this reverse 90. This might take a little bit to get used to. After a while, once you practice these things for like maybe 40 minutes each, it becomes a little easier over time, and the more and more you practice, you're gonna get better at it. I just need to point that out before we get into anything, because some people think they could do high ground retakes really quickly. This one is on a whole nother level. When we break this down in the parts, what you first want to practice is doing this over and over and over. It's really, as you can see, kind of difficult to land that first part. You just want to constantly practice doing that first part like this, and just keep working on that over and over and over until you get it down correctly. Some things I want to point out is that when you're doing this move, you kind of have to jump at the perfect times. So I'm looking this direction and then I jump, and I'm doing it a little slower than Sway because I'm not 100% used to it and don't have as much practice as him. And I jump kind of into the stair like that. As you can see, I'm kind of going forward first and then gaining momentum to do the next portion of it. If you guys really struggle with the side jumps, like I said, really check out that video. I just explained the ultimate side jump tutorial. It should help you guys with everything. So once you got that out the way, you place these walls. You land on top of this. From here, you're at the next step where you have to edit through. And I always edit like this because this is how he did it. I go like this, or you can go like this. Doesn't matter. You go through. And then from here, this is really easy. All you do is just look up higher like this. And then you place the stair here. Edit through like this. This is, again, really easy. And then floor, stair. Come through. And for this next part, what you want to do is focus on dragging it up like that. And then cone like that. Just keep repping that out over and over, and that's definitely going to help you learn this portion of it. So you come like this, and then from here, what you do is you jump and look in this direction like this, in this circle upside down U direction. You have to make sure that you get the high wall as well. And you just land on a stair. From here, all you do is look up, very simple, place a cone this direction, extend out like this, keep going. Edit. And now we're on to the jumping part. That's going to require a decent amount of tips. You're not going to get this jumping mechanic down unless you practice it first. It's really difficult to learn, but you have to kind of strafe on this ramp and kind of jump and force yourself over. But you can keep practicing it like this. All you got to do is build a floor ramp stair like this, and then you just jump over. Sometimes I'm short, and that means I jump too early. So just make sure that you're not turbo building and you look down, and then you get that angle right there, because you can always place the wall below you like this. So you just have to look at the right angle, and you get used to it after a couple tries. Granted, I'm not always making it when I do these jumps because I'm not the best at it, but when you really jump at the last possible second, you always get it. And if you strafe, it helps a little bit as well. For those of you who don't know what strafing is, it's pretty much like a B-hop. It's in CSGO. You kind of just like B-hop around, and when you're moving back and forth and you flick your character to a direction, it kind of helps you with movement. For this thing, it kind of helps a little bit because you're trying to get used to it and jump at the last possible second. You can keep doing this as long as you just get used to it. It's not as hard as you think, but it definitely requires practice. So from here, once you do this next portion where you jump like this, you want to place this cone here and then do a protected momentum side jump like this, and then jump on a stair like that. Turn around, up one, stair. This is all just remembering it. Once you get used to it, it will be really easy for you. You just got to get it down by practicing these steps, and then you'll get used to the whole thing in flow. So like I said, we're coming through, we're placing a cone, doing another protected momentum side jump right here. It's really important to place a cone first and then land on a floor and a stair. Then you're going to come out, you're going to place this, boom. And this is where it gets difficult, where the tips are going to come in handy. So as you're doing this move, you don't want to start turning around until you place the far one up there, the far stair, because you need to place that whole thing. Otherwise, it will throw off the whole move. You have to do it at almost the last second. It's kind of really difficult to get down. This is something that you just constantly reset and practice by doing what I'm doing right here. You jump right there, boom. Now I can edit this, and then I'll be able to place my walls here. But if you keep screwing up, all you have to do is just make sure that you're lined up. These stairs are lined up. You want to do a full 360 by looking up higher, and then drag the wall down to get the stair on it. Very important that you drag the wall down. So I'm coming here. Whenever you hit that thing like that, then you got to restart. You screwed up. You can't hit this wall right here. It'll screw the whole thing up. So boom, I'm here. Come like this. Jump. Edit. And then it's walls, stair, and then floor, and you have to be really quick with this. Another tip that's going to help here is that once you place the walls, you're going to place the stair and then the floor, and you can edit these from pretty far away, as you can see. So if you have your map out and you edit with your map out, it's going to help you along with the high ground retake. So we're going to have our map out, boom, boom, like that. And then this is when FaZe Sway does the transition. All he does is cone, floor, and then he does this side jump on purpose where he goes underneath the stair, which is actually really cool when you do it fast. And you just come along like this, and you're underneath the stair, and then it allows him to look flashy, and he edits, and he comes out and starts doing a completely different thing. When you're doing the last portion, all you have to do is set up a double edit like this, and then you just come across and you drag the walls out. And then when you drag the walls out, by the time you place this stair here, it will be under you because it's going to be the last thing you place. And then you can edit that and you'll be chilling. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to use my supporter creator code KenBeans, as we don't have that many supporters right now. I'd appreciate it a whole lot. Don't forget to have a great night and a good rest of your day, whatever the case may be. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces. Peace.